Yeah.
But it feels like those players
Oh, they love him. Yeah.
run through a wall for that guy.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
would. I'm not a Lions fan.
I mean, that was one of my favorite Hard Knocks in a long time.
Yeah.
The Lions, yeah.
A lot of people have
He's a
them.
weirdo, though.
He's
he's
not.
He's a
and,
weirdo.
he makes some really weird decisions on the field.
A
So
lot of going for it on fourth down with that
which
guy.
could work out, and also it's
Worked
like,
out for the
why the hell
Eagles.
did you do that? Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's only a question when it doesn't work. If it does work,
Sure.
you're a genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not gambling if it loses.
That's true. A lot of mock drafts have them going with defense. Some names around the 6th pick have been Devon Witherspoon, inside our Illinois cornerback, and Brian Breeze, a Clemson at defensive tackle.
Breeze is talented.
Yeah.
Breeze is really good.
Is that the undersized guy, or is that the?
I don't know. I'm
No,
not sure.
he's a little beefy. He's essentially considered like the second best defensive tackle behind Javon Carter from Georgia.
Okay.
Run stuffing guy.
Okay.
But
Now I'm thinking of just someone else.
yeah, that one of their edge rushers, who's supposed to be first round pick, is undersized. But Breeze is talented.
Also, could they draft a quarterback at 6?
The Lions?
Probably not this year.
I don't listen.
Because the quarterback
Goff.
from Florida needs a few years to develop.
True.
Oh,
True.
yeah.
Could they bring him in to back up Goff? I don't know.
Who was their
Well,
back?
here's the thing
who
is,
was
there's
their
not really a
backup
sense
this
of
year?
urgency with Goff, because Goff's fine to start another year. He actually
mean,
had a
not the
pretty
worst guy.
good year.
Here's the thing,
Yeah.
though, Jared. AJ, if you were
Guy
getting
went
rid
to
of
the
Aaron,
Super Bowl.
here's a good question. AJ, you're getting rid of Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you got to replace Aaron Rodgers with one of these two quarterbacks.
Okay.
Kirk Cousins or Jared Goff.
Gosh.
Kirk.
Um,
I think I'm going Jared Goff.
yeah, his wife's also hotter too.
I think I'm going Jared Goff.
Have you even? Actually, I can't say anything. I have no idea if Kirk Cousins' wife's hot or not.
You don't know your
I
quarterback's
think
wife.
Goff
No, not that well.
Goff proved a lot of people wrong last year. When
Yeah.
Goff got traded for Stafford,
He had a better statistical season than Rodgers.
yeah,
he was one of the best.
He was one of the best quarterbacks last year.
Yeah.
I mean, having those weapons. I mean, actually,
They
if
don't
you really
need
want to dive into it, they traded away their second best target.
Yeah.
They traded away Hawkinson in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Yep.
Amon-Ra St. Brown had a good, not great year.
I think he had a good year.
They didn't have Jamison Williams. G.J. Chark was injured for most of the year as their number 2 receiver.
Yeah.
Like,
Jeez.
I don't think he's gonna be there. Next
is
year
there?
either.
Probably not.
No,
Yeah.
I think Chark's a free agent now.
Actually, this is a good question. Did Jared Goff and Dan Campbell as a quarterback head coach duo, did they do more with less than any other team in
Jaguars.
in
I think-
football?
think
I would
the
take
Jaguars
Goff
are
for the
more-
sole reason that he has a better arm and compared to Kirk. Because I can deal with the quarterback in terms of arm strength.
Arm strength, Jared Goff is one of the
Doesn't
5
matter.
strongest arms in football.
It's not
Exactly.
accurate. Don't matter.
He's
Your
not
ceiling is
accurate,
high.
though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
your ceiling is higher though.
Here's the thing, though. He got more. He was more accurate on deep balls this year than he was at any point in his career with the Rams. And I don't know if that's because Sean McVay's system is really just get the ball out as fast as you can,
Yeah.
and then if you are going deep, it's really just more of a hope and a prayer
Mm-hmm.
than actual like devising up things. Because I mean, if you think about it, like that Rams team, Cooper Kupp, intermediate, short with a lot of yak. Robert Woods is nothing more than a possession intermediate receiver. Like they didn't really have blow the doors over the top guys.
No.
Like Brandon Cooks for a very short period of time. But like even then, does that guy even play enough with his injuries to be able to consider it a deep threat? Like this past year, I feel like when DJ Chark was on the field for the Lions, I mean, like my score app would go off, like, and at least 3 or 4 times I would see like DJ Chark 40-yard touchdown pass.
At one point, they were the best offense in football.
Yeah,
for a good
for like a
amount of-
6 or 7.
Yeah, and they
game
were losing
stretch.
games, which is weird. Like, how are you the best offense, but you're still?
Jamal Williams had a pretty good year too.
Yeah,
Led the league in touchdowns.
yeah.
Yeah,
He was a good red zone running back for sure.
I think a guy like Jamal Williams is a good example, and that offensive line is phenomenal. That offensive line is really good.
Penei Sewell.
Sewell's one of probably the best right tackle in football right now.
The Bengals almost got him, but they picked Jamar Chase instead.
I think the Bengals are okay with
Oh,
that
so
one.
they're probably happy. with
I
that.
always wondered, like, would it be any different or would it be the same? Because they're both great players.
They had three offensive linemen out against the Chiefs.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the Lions are another team that they're further ahead than the Bears right now, but they got decent cap space and a lot of picks. They really have an opportunity to like do something. Like, are they the preseason going into next year? Are they going to be the preseason best team in the North?
No, I think it's the
They
Vikings.
doubled their wins.
I mean, they went 9-8 this year, missed the playoffs by what?
They tripled their
By
wins.
game.
Half game
Yeah.
or by tiebreakers?
Yeah, because I think who made it instead of them?
The Giants.
No,
were
the Giants got
Giants were
solidified.
solidified. It was
Damn, who the fuck?
who
made
was it? It was from the West.
No,
It
no,
was
it
the Seahawks.
was,
The Seahawks got in.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
It was the
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Who they deserved it. I mean, Gino had such a cool year.
I know.
That was a
no
good-
one,
that was
no,
a good year for
and
him.
honestly, to stick it to Russell Wilson.
That was the best part about
that's,
that.
That's what it really was all about.
But, like, let's
They
think
gave
about
away
it.
so much for Russ and got nothing.
yeah,
The Lions. I mean, the Lions have their quarterback. They seem to like their head coach. Their offensive coordinator Ben Johnson was supposed to be a front runner for the Colts job, but
who
then
is
just,
the Colts?
the Colts ended up signing
Shane Steichen.
Steichen, the offensive coordinator of the Eagles. So they went back to that well because that's where Frank Reich came from.
Right.
And
Head coach of the Eagles.
yeah, so the Lions. I mean, they got a young offensive coordinator that was pretty coveted by a lot of teams. Got a lot of interviews, but just ultimately was like, I like what we're building here in Detroit. I'm
I
gonna
like
stay.
that.
They got 2 really good wide receivers.
Yeah,
They got 2 top 18 picks, and they got. I wouldn't say their defense is studly, but like Jeff Okuda's going into his 3rd year, was really good this year when he was on the
Super good.
field. They got Anzalone, who's just like one of those like middle linebackers who doesn't do anything that great, but like doesn't do anything bad. Like they have talent on their defensive line. Dan Campbell's a freaking menace when it comes to like
Yeah.
personality wise. It just feels like every single moment they play, like they're ready to run through a wall. I don't know. I feel like
Who wouldn't want to play for that guy?
despite all of that though,
I play for him. I don't even play football.
Yeah.
no
What-
one.
what
Who
was-
else? Who other than the Lions would fuck all that up?
so. It's the Lions. They would fuck that
Yeah,
up,
like
and
they
you're
would-
100%
They would
right.
totally mess everything up, and
And
it's just
it's
know.
what the Lions do.
Right.
It's like they are going to Lion, and it's like the Giants in the last however long. It's like even when you got Saquon Barkley and you got
Gosh, what a
whoever
rebound
else,
for
you got
history,
a
though.
crazy good secondary, and the Giants now need their head coach is the reason why they've taken the next step. But like the Lions, half of the reason why I think they're even going to be good, not half the reason they're going to be good, but half the reason why I think they take the leap. I mean, the Bears full rebuild. We really don't know what you're getting out of the Bears next year.
No,
The Packers are losing their quarterback away from being
and insignificant.
It's,
really.
they're like about to be Sandra Bullock in Interstellar, just floating away.
Done, dude.
That is the Packers. And Packers are like a 2-second phone call from Aaron Rodgers away
Yeah.
from basically, for another movie reference, turning into Matt Damon in The Martian. Like
Yeah.
goodbye. And then we talked about it to start this. Like, what really are we getting with the Vikings next year?
It could. I don't know if it. I don't really think it's going to be another 13-win year because like you have they're totally already.
So
they
slight
hung their,
regression.
defense.
Like
yeah.
I think it's fair to say that the NFC North probably won with 10 games next year.
Yeah, it could be one
You
of
know
those.
what I'm saying? And the Lions won 9 this year, so I can see them winning a division next year. I really can. But like Mike said, at the end of the day,
It's the Lions.
it's the Lions.
It's the
And
Lions.
the Lions, they lion.
They yeah.
They lied.
They lion.